This is another wonderful season ahead of us for New Amsterdam. Can you tease a little bit about where we pick up with Dr. Reynolds?
And New Amsterdam is definitely first and foremost going to be New Amsterdam. We are in the business of caring about patients, and we have a number of amazing new uh, cases and situations and patients that will be coming through the hospital this season. And I'm so excited for the audiences to take a look at that. As far as Dr. Reynolds, I'll tell you what, we left him. He was right in the smack in the middle of this sticky entanglement with Dr. Malvo and her husband, Batiste. And it's pretty hairy. It gets a bit hairier. And I would say that this season is going to be action packed, to say the least.
It wouldn't be New Amsterdam if it wasn't.
Absolutely.
I mean, in season three, Floyd moved in with his mother, but we haven't really gotten many memorable moments. Well, we've had memorable moments with them together, but you know, we haven't really seen them interact since then, other than a phone call here or there with his family. Can we look forward to any of those family reunions, family moments in season four?
I'll say this. I have read scripts up to five. I start filming episode six. I haven't seen Reynolds' mom in it yet, but I will tell you that it is likely that she'll be there. Leslie Uggams is an incredible, incredible legendary actor, and we just love her on the show. And you know, if this thing with Malvo is going to continue, what fun would it be to have Mama
Mama Wayne.
see to be a part of this situation and give her input. So without a doubt, I think that we will see her.
I mean, she's been hoping for Floyd to settle down and find a good girl, but Malvo isn't the settling down type because she's already settled down. I mean,
Yeah.
we saw him really wanting to have a relationship and have kids, but now he's shifted into this clandestine relationship with Malvo. I mean, was there a shift like in his moral compass? Was there something about Malvo that really just connected to him? I know they share a love of music, but is there something definitive where they said to you, okay, this is why Floyd is switching into this relationship?
Well, that's a great question, and this is what I love about Floyd. He can have a plan all he wants, and much like all of us, you can say, check this box, and but life happens, and you get thrown off of your plan. And if we recall, if we really think about it, that's what he's mostly known for. He had a plan before he met Bloom, and then she threw him off his plan. Suddenly he's having a fling there and having a good time, and he's got a best friend out of Bloom. And here he is again. First of all, when we found the girl that checked all the boxes, Evie, it didn't quite work out. She's basically chose her career over Reynolds a couple of times. The first time when she went to San Francisco and he decided to get up and move there. And we see that it didn't quite work out. So here he is again, kind of following his heart, if you will. And he's having a little more fun, flying by the seat of his pants. And it's just a testament to the human condition and human beings. You can have it planned out all you want, but things happen, life happens, and connections happen. And it's all about this at the end of the day.
True. You touched on it a bit too. He's going to be working in some hairier conditions, some awkward conditions to come for season four. Does he feel uncomfortable, or is it just, the audience's perception of it being uncomfortable?
Working with Baptiste, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. We're going to take that discomfort and we're going to ratchet it up for sure, especially in the first episode. I'll tease you with that. Baptiste is a happy guy. He's enjoying working with Reynolds. He's going to be making jokes, maybe inquiring a little bit too much into his love life. Hey, what's going on there? And that's definitely a topic for obvious reasons that Reynolds would like to avoid. So we have plenty of opportunity there to make it awkward in the OR.
we just love his relationship with Bloom too. What do you think it is about them that they were easily able to transition from, this secret affair to best friendship?
That is 100% Bloom, played by the lovely Janet Montgomery. If you think about that character, look, she's tough. She battled a drug addiction. She has an abusive mother. She's a tell it like it is type of person. And even in that first episode in season one, when she was like, "Hey, what is it? What's going on? Why don't you want to take this any further? Go ahead and tell me. I'm a big girl." And it turns out that she was a big girl, even when Reynolds wasn't a big guy. He was a bit intimidated by the idea of having to tell her his true feelings. And then when he expressed himself, not only did she embrace him for who he was, but she hooked him up with the woman that he was supposedly looking for. So, that's a strong character, and it's a really good friend. And Bloom really has the ability to accept people for who they are. And that's why I think that relationship works so well. I love that question. I'm going to keep that answer for me for other interviews.
It's a good thing we recorded this.
Yeah.
We'll just forward you the copy. New Amsterdam is known for their incredibly topical and very relevant themes that they explore. If you can tease, I know we're going to be touching on some hairier situations you mentioned as always that New Amsterdam does, but what are some themes that we'll be exploring this season?
Well, I think we were talking about on the show that the fact that the characters, the theme of the season is more joy. And the characters all will be getting a big dose of the things that they've asked for, and sometimes Reynolds is a great example of that. Obviously, he's asked for this now. Perhaps he's bitten off a little more than he can chew. So it's about the characters seeking joy, especially coming off of the year that we've had with the pandemic, and I call it the pandemic season, where we dealt with COVID. And I felt that the writers did a good job of tackling that. This is about going for what they want and the consequences and repercussions that might arise as a result of that. Helen and Max, we saw where we left off with them. I'm a big fan of that storyline. I had to rewind and watch many times that scene of them in the hallway and that door closes. And I just couldn't wait to read the next episode after that. So they got me with the cliffhanger. It was really good. So it's all about that, chasing what you want and seeing what happens after that.
What have been some of your favorite moments of portraying Floyd?
I tell you, I just shot an episode where Floyd has some run-ins, if you will, or a new dynamic with the patient that comes into New Amsterdam, who's an older character, and she's very, very needy. But I love the dynamic between them, and I just can't wait for this episode to air. It's episode 5, so really, really, I know it's a long way from now, but we'll keep you entertained in the weeks leading up to that.
What do you think it is about New Amsterdam? He needs to be on camera. Oh, baby boy. What do you think it is about New Amsterdam that continues to make it such a fan favorite series?
Well, I would say a number of things. One, those hospital shows tend to be popular. It's dealing with something that we all have to deal with at some point in our lives. It's healthcare. It's especially in this time, like I said, when this rough, crazy world we're in right now, we want to feel cared for. We want to see situations where people are caring for other people. And I would just give credit to the writers. Once again, we have these interesting characters that you care about. It's not just about going and hooking up in the the closet there in the hospital, although there's a little bit of that. But they're real people you care about. You care about their families. You care about their relationships. You care about their futures. You're tapped into their struggles, and that's a beautiful thing with television overall, because you have these characters that for periods of years, and they grow with you. But New Amsterdam in particular, the fact that it's based on a true story, and it's about healthcare, which is something that we all need. I think that goes a long way with the show and resonates with the fans.